Mohan Yadav and Vishnu Sai officially take charge as the Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh chief ministers respectively. Prime Minister Modi and top leaders lead the BJP show of strength. Soon after assuming the chair of Madhya Pradesh, Chief Minister Mohan Yadav orders a ban on the use of loudspeakers at religious and public places, says he's only following the Supreme Court's orders. Income tax probe widens against Congress MP Dheeraj Sahu. Raids still continue. More businesses and distilleries under the radar. Unprecedented rush at Sabrimala. BJP protests against poor crowd management. Chief Minister Vijayan claims situation under control. 11-year-old girl had died after a long wait for darshan last week. Big breakthrough in Mahadev betting scam probe. Ravi Uppal, app owner and key accused, nabbed in Dubai. Enforcement watchdog begins deportation process. India shifts its position on the Israel-Hamas war, votes in favor of an immediate humanitarian ceasefire by Israel in strife on Gaza. After his record-breaking performances at the ODI World Cup, BCCI recommends pacer Mohammad Shami for the Arjuna Award. But the story that's breaking this evening, the BJP MP Pratap Simha from Mysuru, who issued the pass to intruders who entered the Parliament Lok Sabha in a major security breach, has now clarified to the Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla. Simha has reportedly claimed that the intruder's father came from his home constituency of Mysuru. Simha claims that the intruder's father was the one who sought the visitor's pass. Parliament security norms, meanwhile, have been upgraded. Visitors' passes for former MPs and PAs have been now cancelled. But the big news that's coming in at the moment is the man in the eye of the storm, Pratap Simha, who hasn't yet made an official statement, has been brought before the Lok Sabha Speaker. Joining me now, Milan Sharma, who's been tracking Parliament for us, Arvind Ojha, who tracks what happens in the Delhi police. We'll come to both of them. First to you, Milan Sharma. Pratap Simha is claiming that this visitor was someone who was known, who was from his constituency. But either way, lots of questions are being raised. Who exactly are these four people who are the main intruders into Parliament? Two outside, two entered. And what is their connection with Pratap Simha?
Well, Rajdeep, Pratap Simha in his statement has mentioned that the father of the accused was known to him and was from his constituency, and he was the one who was asking for the passes to enter and see the proceedings from the visitors gallery. So two people, Sagar Sharma and Manoranjan. Manoranjan happens to be from Mysuru. He's a computer engineer. Sagar Sharma, who was the boy who was seen jumping onto the benches there in Lok Sabha, belongs to Lucknow and is a 12th grade, 12th pass only. While Neelam Azad as well as Amol Shinde both belong from Haryana respectively and Maharashtra. Neelam Azad, claims that she's a protester. She's been protesting and raising the voice, on various issues, throughout. She's a farmer's daughter, and Amol Shinde comes from Maharashtra. So all these people come from various areas. The investigation is leading to the point where they were staying at a person's place in Gurugram, from where they congregated and then moved, to orchestrate this plan today. Of course, the two, Anmol and Neelam, are being questioned by the Delhi police, and the two accused who orchestrated the incident inside the Parliament are being questioned by a separate team of the special cell, the IB, as well as the Delhi police. And the entire questioning now centers on the motive, and they have given very vague statements on the motive as well. As per our sources, the Delhi police has clearly said that there is no terror angle involved in this. But of course, what seems to be the motive to do it on Parliament attack anniversary of 22 years is also another question that is being raised. Right. And of course, meanwhile, in the Parliament, at least, the security review is being taken place. Rajdeep.
Arvind Ojha, ये कौन, इनकी मंशा क्या थी, ये कौन है? कहा जा रहा है फार्मर एक्टिविस्ट थे, कुछ लोग कह रहे हैं कि वो तानाशाही के खिलाफ प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे थे. इनका बैकग्राउंड चेक पुलिस ने किया है और क्या कह रही है पुलिस?
नहीं, अभी फार्मर प्रोटेस्ट से कनेक्ट करना ये बहुत जल्दबाजी होगी। हालांकि जिस तरह के ये स्लोगन वहाँ पर राइज कर रहे थे, खास तौर से आउटसाइड पार्लियामेंट के बाहर तानाशाही नहीं चलेगी और जो औरतें हैं उनके खिलाफ जुल्म नहीं चलेगा, तो कहीं ना कहीं एक्टिविस्ट की तरह वो स्लोगन कर रहे थे। लेकिन अभी खास तौर से फार्मर प्रोटेस्ट से उनको कनेक्ट करना एजेंसियों के मुताबिक ये जल्दबाजी होगी। सभी डिफरेंट स्टेट के हैं राजदीप जी। 6 इस वक्त कैरेक्टर वो सामने आए हैं, जिसमें 4 कैरेक्टर ऐसे हैं जिनको डिटेन्ड किया गया है, जिसमें आउटसाइड पार्लियामेंट के आउटसाइड से जो डिटेल हुए हैं उसमें जो लेडी है वो हरियाणा की रहने वाली है और जो अमोल शिंदे नाम का शख्स है वो महाराष्ट्र का रहने वाला, जबकि अंदर से जो डिटेन्ड हुए हैं उसमें एक बेंगलुरु का रहने वाला है, एक लखनऊ का रहने वाला है। जो सोर्सेस से जानकारी मिली है कि इसमें 5 लोग दिल्ली के बाहर से आते हैं। वो गुरुग्राम में विक्की शर्मा नाम का एक शख्स है, उसके घर पर रहते हैं और मॉर्निंग में वो गुरुग्राम से सीधे पार्लियामेंट के पास आते हैं। पार्लियामेंट तक कुल 5 लोग आए थे, जिसमें 4 डिटेन हुए हैं। एक जो शख्स है जिसका नाम ललित झा बताया जा रहा है, ललित झा वहां से फरार हो गया पार्लियामेंट के पास से, और ललित झा के पास ही जो 4 डिटेन्ड है उनका मोबाइल फोन है। इसलिए जो ललित झा है वो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट कैरेक्टर है। उसको डिटेन करने की, उसको पकड़ने की दिल्ली पुलिस कोशिश कर रही है। सेंट्रल एजेंसीज की कई टीमें वो लगी हुई हैं, पूछताछ कर रही हैं। अभी तक यही समझ में आ रहा है, जो सोशल मीडिया इनका प्रोफाइल है उनको हमने एक्सेस किया, उससे समझ में आ रहा है कि ये सभी एजुकेटेड हैं, मोस्टली एजुकेटेड लड़के हैं और कहीं ना कहीं एक्टिविज्म इनके दिमाग पर है। लेकिन अभी किसी चीज़ से जोड़ना, खासतौर से फार्मर प्रोटेस्ट से जोड़ना, एजेंसीज का कहना है कि ये जल्दबाजी होगी। अभी इसमें कई ऐसे लेयर हैं जिसकी जांच की जानी है। जो डिटेन्ड है उनसे लगातार मल्टीपल एजेंसीज की टीम पूछताछ कर रही है। राजदीप जी,
Arvind Oja, Milan Sharma, getting us all those details. I appreciate your joining us. Arvind Oja essentially saying that there is one more person who's missing, Lalit Jha, who is possibly the key in a way to find out what exactly were the motives involved in this security breach. Remember, this security breach taking place on the very day of the 23rd anniversary of that terrible terror attack that took place in Parliament. This is therefore yet another major security breach. Country's new parliament being intruded by 2 men, going into the visitors' gallery, jumping into the well of the Lok Sabha and setting off smoke canisters. They jumped from bench to bench till they were overpowered by some of the MPs. The question is, will any heads roll for this? Will it only be the security system or somewhere higher up? Take a look.
Vaulting from table to table after leaping down from the visitor gallery, shouting slogans and releasing colored gas. A security scare inside the Lok Sabha on the 22nd anniversary of the terror attack on the old Parliament building. The breach occurred in the Parliament building inaugurated just 7 months ago. The intruders, armed with smoke canisters, made their way to the visitor gallery. They were subdued by MPs and on-duty staff. One identified as Sagar Sharma, who possessed a visitor pass issued in the name of the BJP MP from Mysuru, Pratap Simha. The other, a 35-year-old Mysuru engineer, Manoranjan D. India Today traced down Manoranjan's family.
ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವನು, ಪ್ರಾಮಾಣಿಕ, ಸತ್ಯ. ಒಂದು ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಾನು ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ತ್ಯಾಗ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅವನು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದನ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ. ಈ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳು ಓದೇ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಈ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು ಅನ್ನೋದು ನನಗೆ.
Wednesday security lapse drew several criticism from the lawmakers.
हम जो सावधानी जो बरतना चाहिए था वो सावधानी हम नहीं बरतते हैं। हमारे जो पार्लियामेंट की जो सिक्योरिटी है सर, अपने जो सिक्योरिटी जो निहत्ते वो पुराने सदन को बचाने में सफल हुई थी, वो निहत्ते हमारे लोग आज कमी दिखाई दे रहे हैं सर।
Okay. On this day it's happening. It's very, very unfortunate that Indian Parliament has been attacked again. But two people jumped into the well with canisters in their hand which emitted a yellow smoke.
देखिए, जब ना पासवर्ड के लिए कोई रूल है ना पास के लिए कोई रूल है, पासवर्ड पे एमपी एक्सपेल हो गए, अब पास पे कहीं एमपी एक्सपेल ना हो जाए, मुझे इसकी फिक्र है।
The two intruders taken into custody and being questioned by multiple security agencies. But questions arise about the loopholes that allowed such an intrusion into the parliament. Bureau Report, India Today.
Okay, let's first go to our guest, our eyewitness of the moment. Arvind Sawant is the Shiv Sena MP who was there in the Lok Sabha when this happened. Mr. Sawant, describe what you saw first when this happened this afternoon. What was your first reaction when you saw people jumping into the Lok Sabha gallery, and what exactly did you see, sir?
Let me tell you, first is that the business was going on coolly in the parliament. The jurors business was continued. Mr. Shashi Tharoor was facing some demands on jurors. I was sitting beside Dr. Ashwini, who is the minister, and the Mansukh Mandviya ji. I was having some issues to discuss with them. And luckily, my view was there. I was not looking at the chair, I was looking at him. So naturally, the visitors' gallery was very much visible to me. And I saw a person stood, a young lad stood there. For a moment, he was standing. Then suddenly he jumped and hold it. The bar was there, and hang himself for a moment. He was hanging, like a jula. He was there, and then he jumped inside. After jumping inside, he stood for a moment and then started jumping on the benches. And during Juror and other time, the number of the member of parliament is very few over there. But then the moment he jumped on the bench, suddenly the member of parliament who were sitting on the other side, every side of the person who jumped from the top, they stood up and gherowed him. He was trying to escape. He was trying either sometime. He went on moving ahead also. Now, he did not stop on one bench. He went on jumping on some few benches. But then the members gathered together, joined and caught him finally. Till that time, it was, okay, somebody has jumped. Somebody has jumped the incident.
No, but what you are saying, he seems to be well trained, because he seemed to know, jumping from the visitors gallery into the Lok Sabha is not easy. So he seemed to know where to go, what to do. Did you get that sense that these were people who may have done a recce before this?
I don't think, but because the other guy also followed him. But this guy was going ahead. And then what was his intention? Nobody knows. I did not take it. I mean, such incidents have happened in the past. In my assembly also it has happened long back. But then after catching hold of him, the smoke came. The colored smoke came. And that moment, I felt it very serious. I said the gases which are emanating from whatever the source he was having with him, and through that the smoke has come out. Yellow color smoke was there. I suppose that smoke would have been a poisonous one, hazardous one, what would have happened? And then the issue became very serious. At least for me, it has become very serious. I said absolutely dangerous things were happening. Somehow the marshal came running. He caught hold of him, took him to the security, and then the security took charge of him.
But Mr. Sawant, was there any sense of panic? Did any of the MPs panic when all this commotion happened around them? Did you think this was maybe a terror attack?
No. That's really a great thing of every parliament, of everybody. Nobody got panic. On the contrary, see, had it been panic, people would have ran away. Nobody ran away. They rushed to him, caught him. That's a big thing, nobody ran away. I saw Rahul Gandhi.
Who do you blame for the security breach, Mr. Sawant?
It's a lapse on the security, part of the security. Very, very serious lapse. I do remember when the old Badme, I had been there in the visitors gallery. Even if we moved a little bit and talk to someone, a colleague, in a very small, the attendant is to come and sit properly, don't talk to anyone. That sort of thing was not there. Even the first person, nobody rushed in the visiting gallery. I did not see any security rushing in the visitors gallery. From security side, I don't know how it has happened. But then, why attendants were not there? There is a lapse of the security. Then it starts with the entry itself. We are the people who give recommendation for the passes. We are the people. We do not know who's going inside them. That person, we have to also see that the member also should see to whom we are recommending. And the security metal detector is there, but such liquid form or a powder form. In that, how can you dictate it? I mean, the metal detector can detect the metal, but how can you detect the powder form?
Tell me an honest answer. Is this new parliament building more difficult to manage security? Because there seems to be only one big gate. Everyone, MPs, visitors are all entering through the same gate.
Mess. It's a mess, I can tell you. It's a mess.
It's a mess.
Look at the old. We had 3-4 gates. The Rajya Sabha members used to go from the other gate. We used to go from 3 gates. One gate was there for the honorable speaker. Another gate number was there. In 3 gates were there for member of parliament.
You are telling
central hall
me
was there. It's a mess, I'm thinking. Your sound system is also not good.
a member of parliament is telling me the new parliament building is a mess and a security nightmare. Is that what you believe it is?
Yes, I am saying it. Mess, I am saying it. Sir, you just come along with, I'll take you around and see what is happening. The library is at I mean, there is no system as such. I feel very sorry. It's a big, theatre. What you call in the European countries, what is that? Show they conduct. That sort of theatre look like that. You make, it's not, it's not visible, it's not audible. Both the things are not. Look at the chairman, look at the speaker, he is so far away. Sit at the rear gate and sit chair on the last chair and see how far the speaker is there.
Would I be right there?
Eye-catching distance. The member should be at the eye-catching distance. What is that? You are so far away.
Would I be right in saying that this is a wake-up call? That the parliament... Are you saying the parliament security staff and government should wake up that the new parliament is not safe, you are saying, for MPs?
2 things. One is that you have used a very right word, wake-up call. It's a wake-up call. Being a custodian of the house, the honorable speaker must see that the securities they are not trained. I came to know that their young guys are there who are not from police or something. That is another part. Secondly, the Home Minister of the country. The Home Minister of the country he should take onus of it. He should take onus of it. The Honorable Home Minister of the country must take onus of it. And carry the responsibility.
Arvind Sawant making strong words there, saying the security in parliament is a complete mess. I appreciate you joining me. You're not the first person who's told us. A lot of MPs have been complaining off the record about the way the new parliament security is. Question, who then is to blame for the security breach? What are the chinks that have been exposed? Are there finally too many agencies involved in parliament security? How does one ensure foolproof parliament security? P.K. Mishra is former director, parliament security, and Ellen Rao is former IPS officer. I appreciate both of you joining us. P.K. Mishra, you heard maybe the member of parliament who was an eyewitness there, Arvind Sawant, saying the new parliament building security is a mess. There's just one big gate. Everyone is moving through it, unlike the previous parliament. Do you believe this should be a cause of concern? How could people enter so easily?
Yes, Rajdeep, I can well tell you I was there in the old parliament, and I've seen when it happened in 2001, the incident when happened, and because we had various gates, building number 1 and building number 2, 3, 4, and building number 3 is the entry point of Honorable Chairman of Rajya Sabha. And it so happened that on the day in 2001 when it happened, when the firing started, the building gates were closed. And that is how the lives of all MPs were saved. Here what happens, the entry point, of course, the Honorable MP was telling correctly, we had building number 1, building number 2 and building number 3 gates. They were at the entry points, even building gate number 7, 8 also. They were all entry points of various other MPs. Only building gate number 3 was for Honorable Speaker, building gate number 5 was for PM, and building gate number 3 was for Chairman Rajya Sabha. All other gates up to 8 and 9, they were there for other MPs, and the frisking was going on very nicely. Here, there is only one point, and I can well tell you, there are 3 layers of security and one additional. Earlier it was of the rank of IG. Now it is that there is one additional DG of police who is in charge of the security of the new parliament, and he is having coordination with Delhi police, IB, and the parliament security staffs of both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and so as also with CRPF and.
No, but if you have a 3-tier security, then how does such a big security breach take place? No, Mr. Mishra, if there's a 3-tier security, how does the security breach take place? Obviously, somewhere something is going wrong.
Exactly. Definitely something has gone wrong. The security frisking has not been done correctly, and at every stage, at the time of entry through the reception, at the entry of the building gates, at the entry of the public gallery, all the 3 places when they were checked, the checking has not been done properly. Even though technical equipments, all the frisking dogs, everything is there available. But definitely it is a breach of security. The frisking has not been done correctly, and there was a mess. And it is the biggest security lapse and breach of security in the parliament. It is just that God saved us. Because this 4 persons, this is not 4 persons only, 2 more persons are involved, and there may be a group who may be involved also. Practically, this has been planned much before. It's not that in 1 or 2 days they have entered. They have reckoned it. They have reckoned through other sources.
But we are being told
and how to jump.
We are being told, Ellen Rao, former IPS officer, that they were carrying these canisters in their shoes, and the checking system does not extend to shoes. Do you buy that?
Yeah.
Yes, Rajdeep, definitely it is a matter of fact that they carry that plastic container.
1 minute, Mr. Mishra, 1 minute. Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Rao.
No doubt, Rajdeep ji, they were carrying this plastic canister, having this powder and the gas powder which was used inside the parliament. Definitely, it is a mere fact. But the bigger question is that how they could reach there. That is the most important thing. It seems that the searching, frisking at the point of entry, access control was not proper. And then
no, they were carrying it in their shoes. No, Mr. Rao, the claim is that they were carrying it in their shoes. The shoes are not being scanned or frisked. You don't ask people to remove their shoes.
Because there is no machine for scanning. There are machines that are indicators. They can indicate this with this metal detector. But I think that the detector of the plastic and that equipment containing that plastic, that gas or powder was not detected at all. Then it needs to be our equipments to be modernized, and that should be.
Does your equipment include finding out what is in someone's shoes? Do you ask for people's shoes to be removed? I don't think you do.
Yeah, no doubt, no. The shoes must be removed. Like you and all, we are going to the airport for foreign trips, and our shoes are also removed because these maybe that the machine could not detect that when we are wearing the shoes, they could not detect, and then the shoes are taken into takeoff, and then the searching frisking is done.
So you're saying that the shoes should have also been removed, but Mr. Mishra, is that standard operating protocol in Parliament? Do the security ask you to remove shoes? I don't recall in all these years of covering Parliament anyone asking us to remove shoes.
Not at all. It is not in the SOP at all. But now we have to think.
They don't do it, but I think the way it is happening everywhere in the world, particularly in aircrafts and airports, all the IDs and explosives are being carried in the shoe only. It's the right time. It's a lesson to be learned from today, from this lapse which has happened in Parliament, that particularly to the gallery, anybody going there, shoes to be checked, and we should have this indicators. Jet scanners are there in Parliament, and this air.
No, but what
vapor
about the... No, no, but
detectors.
Mr. Mishra...
We have vapor detectors.
No, no, Mr. Mishra, I want to understand one thing. The visitor's pass
Yes.
has been issued to these people through Mr. Pratap Simha, BJP MP from Mysuru's office.
Yeah.
Once it's
Pratap
issued
Simha.
by the MP,
Yes.
is there any
Yes.
double checking?
Yes. Even if that doesn't mean that honorable MP has given a pass means he goes straight. He has to go through all the paraphernalia, reception checkup, building gate checkup, and gallery gate checkup, and all the physical frisking. It has to be done. And you see, we have got the air detector. Then what for these technical equipments are there? Every equipment is there. The worst part of it, most of the equipments are not being utilized. And that is what the lapse has happened. It is a security lapse.
No, what do you mean by equipment, sir? No, no, I don't understand. Are you telling me that there are equipments to ensure the scanning which are not being utilized?
Yes, yes, yes. We have got the jet scanners and we have got the air vapor detectors and air detectors. They can detect any substance, any explosives going inside. It is since long it is there, air detectors are there and vapor detectors are there. They are being utilized and also jet scanner, 3D jet scanners are there and that could have been done for gallery at least because they are the civilians who are going. And when Honorable MP is giving the pass, he is recommending that this gentleman can go to the gallery. But the security persons, it is their business. They are being utilized for that to check, to frisk them properly.
Okay.
This is not a question that they will carry it in the shoes. They will carry it in the collar of the shoulder of the shirt. No, that's not permissible. It is definitely a frisking problem which has happened. They were not frisked properly.
Okay.
And it is a security breach, security lapse in the parliament.
Okay,
Very
those are
clear case.
Okay, those are strong words that have been used today by you, Mr. Mishra, Mr. Rao and others. This is a wake-up call.
Absolutely.
The only way to describe what has happened in Parliament is a complete wake-up call for a parliamentary system, which I'll tell you, accredited journalists sometimes are denied entry into Parliament. Several of them, very senior journalists, are being denied entry into Parliament. And yet, visitors' passes can be freely given by MPs to people who, as it turns out, are intruders who are carrying gas canisters. Somebody in that system now needs to wake up. And I can only say this time it's a government MP, ruling party MP, who has been found to have given that visitor's pass. Assume that this was someone from the opposition. What would the reaction then of the Parliamentary Affairs Minister or indeed the Lok Sabha Speaker be? That's something that the Speaker's office should be telling us when they are ready to make an official statement. Let's turn from there to the other story that we are tracking because the income tax probe has widened against Congress MP Dheeraj Sahu. Raids continued now for a week. More businesses and distilleries have come under the income tax sleuth's radar. So far, sources say 351 crore rupees in cash, 3 kilograms of gold have been seized. The Congress is distancing itself from Sahu. But who will answer for the cash mountain? It's our other top story.
351 crore rupees in cash and 3 kilograms of gold recovered from the businesses and properties linked to Congress Party's Rajya Sabha Member of Parliament from Jharkhand, Dheeraj Prasad Sahu. The search operations that began on the 6th of December are still on.
The trouble seems to be mounting for him and it is far from over. The raids, the IT raids that started last Wednesday is still on, rather it has intensified. The IT officials have pressed into, last night they pressed into service a geo-surveillance system to find out whether any metallic substance, ornament, jewelries are lying beneath the ground or not.
The Income Tax Department officials were at Sahu's Ranchi residence, Sushila Niketan, on Wednesday. The tax evasion probe that started with Buddh Distilleries, Baldev Sahu Infra Private and other group companies linked to Dheeraj Sahu's family has now spread to other firms in Odisha. The cash hole, the biggest ever India has seen in a single operation, is now a political flashpoint. Prime Minister Narendra Modi shared a BJP meme calling the whole controversy Money Heist, a popular Netflix series on bank robbers. Prime Minister Modi accused the Congress of a heist for the past 70 years.
Congress party is, keeping quiet despite of the amount of money which is tumbling out of Dheeraj Sahu's cupboard, and even machines are tired of counting the notes. Still Congress is accusing the agencies. Corrupt people are saying that Congress days were their best days because they could loot, and Congress party also loots.
For the Congress, the cash recoveries are a huge embarrassment. The party has asked the Member of Parliament to explain the cash hole.
इसका पैसा किसको मालूम है? एक आदमी को दिए हैं, ठीक है, वो तो कांग्रेस का संसद है, लेकिन कांग्रेस पार्टी का उसमें लेन देन क्या है? कांग्रेस पार्टी का कोई लेन देन उनके साथ नहीं है. ही इज ए बिजनेसमैन. उन्हीं का जो है बिजनेस जो कर रहे हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं, क्या नहीं है, वो इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट स्टेटमेंट देने के बाद इसके ऊपर हम बोलेंगे.
Dheeraj Sahu's family has been supporters of the Congress party since pre-independence days. His father, Rai Bahadur Baldev Sahu, was a freedom fighter, and his brother, Shiv Prasad Sahu, was a Congress party MP. The family has considerable clout in the Lohar Daga and neighboring areas in Jharkhand, where they run colleges, schools, and even hospitals. The Sahus have a thriving liquor business in Odisha, from where most of the cash recoveries have been made. With Satyajit Kumar, Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's raise more big questions. Does cash drive Indian politics? Has this massive cash haul ended up embarrassing the Congress? Will corruption become a poll issue leading up to 2024? Jaiprakash Narayan, founder Lok Sabha movement, who's been speaking out on money politics for a long time, joins us. Madhu Yakshigaud, Congress spokesperson and its leader from Telangana, with us. Sanju Verma, BJP spokesperson, with us. To you, Madhu, first, because the truth is the Congress party is finding it almost impossible to defend this. How do you defend the fact that your MP, three-time MP, has 350 crores and counting in cash? What is the defense the Congress party has when you target others for corruption and then see what happens in your own cupboard?
Rajdeep, how can you link an individual's crime or individual's act of deeds to the party when BJP ministers and MLAs in Karnataka caught giving cash and taking cash? So did we say that entire party is to be blamed? So whatever act the law is can take its own course.
Why don't you at least say that? Why don't you at least order an in-house inquiry into this, or say he's suspending pending inquiry? Give some impression that you're willing to act against your own.
Rajdeep, first Prime Minister should answer when in demonetization, what did he said? That is introduced demonetization to curb the black money. Where does system failed here? How does an individual, not only this person, or during elections you must have seen hundreds of crores being caught cash. I can't get more than ₹1,00,000, more than 50,000 rupees at a time from my own account. How could an individual can getting this kind of cash? What was Prime Minister said during demonetization?
No, I'll ask. The BJP has to answer the questions about demonetization. I'm asking you, does the Congress party intend to act against Mr. Dheeraj Sahu or not? Or are you going to simply say, look, it's his own individual private business. We are not interested in what he does in his private business. How can you make that distinction?
Many politicians, Srujana Group MP, joined BJP party. He was accused by the High Court of Telangana that over 5,000 crores have been defrauded from the banks. And when he joined the BJP, there's no inquiry happens. So let let law take its own course. The departments are there. Any individual committed a crime, let them take action on it.
Okay,
why
so
you,
you're
why
saying
asking a party to respond?
You're saying
many
let the law,
politicians.
you're saying
I don't
let
have
the
any
law
personal
take
business.
its own course.
Many politicians in all parties have their own businesses.
Okay. Let me ask you, Sanju Verma, you know, the BJP is leaping,
CBI, EDI is there.
you know, the BJP is leaping with joy, saying it's a money heist, it's a sign of corruption in the Congress. You know what someone told me today in Parliament? Imagine if an opposition MP has 350 crores, how much a ruling party MP must be having. And there are instances, Madhu Yakshigaud is citing them, of your own Rajya Sabha MPs who are accused of serious banking frauds. Some of them joined in from the Telugu Desam. And the moment they joined your party, all the inquiry against them was stopped. You are the washing machine. If they have the cash, you are the washing machine for the cash is the argument.
Rajdeep, you know, I've been listening patiently, and today you can't accuse me of heckling the panelists from the Congress. And, you know, first and foremost, let me tell you, I'll straight come to the point without ifs or buts. I am known for calling a spade, and I'm not going to disappoint you or your audience today. First and foremost, let's be very clear. What is the difference between BJP and Congress? When Virupakshappa and his son were caught with about 7 to 8 crore rupees worth of cash, and a probe is still pending in the Lokayukta, the case is sub judice, the entire Congress top brass, right from Rahul Gandhi to Priyanka Vadra to Sonia Gandhi, said, Virupakshappa ko Karnataka Assembly elections ke liye ticket nahi milni chahiye. We refused to give ticket to both father and son duo. Nobody from the BJP said treat Virupakshappa with kid gloves. Point number one. Now look at the irony. DK Shivkumar, CM in waiting in Karnataka, the deputy to Siddaramaiah, DK Shivkumar faces money laundering investigation. That case is also still sub judice in a disproportionate asset case to the tune of 700 crores plus. Have you seen anyone from the Congress cabal condemning DK Shivkumar? They've actually mollycoddled him and said, Sab changa si, he's our deputy chief minister. Now let me come to the case of R. Ambika Pati, the BBMP contractor who made famous that allegation, Arey BJP ke Karnataka Sarkar is 40% commission Sarkara. When R. Ambika Pati made charges against BJP, the entire Congress cabal said, Sab changa si, R. Ambika Pati is Raja Harishchandra incarnate. But now that 2 months back, R. Ambika Pati was found with 42 crores in cash, unaccounted for. He's the husband of an ex-Congress councillor, and he's the brother-in-law of Congress's Akhanda Srinivasa Murthy. 1 minute, please. That time everybody said, why should we take R. Ambika Pati's charges seriously?
The question
Let me finish. I did not heckle you.
No. Sanju Verma, my question was, the Congress has to definitely answer about Dheeraj Sahu. You will have to answer about all those who are shifting from the opposition to your party, and suddenly all inquiries are stopping. Naturally, 1 minute, ma'am. You answer my simple question. There were Rajya Sabha MPs in your party who moved from Telugu Desam to your party. The inquiries against them are stopped. There are those from Shiv Sena who have moved to your party. Inquiries against them have slowed down. Only yesterday, the Enforcement Directorate suddenly seems to have decided there is nothing they have found against Chhagan Bhujbal because he is now in your party. You are the washing machine. They are the cash. They are the cash machine. You are the washing machine.
Rajdeep, let me be very honest with you. Why is it that whenever charges are leveled against the Congress is not able to defend? The Congress panelist here was indulging in whataboutery. Who comes to the defense of the Congress panelist? It is
Please
Rajdeep
answer.
Sardesai,
You are in the government.
who pretends to be a neutral journalist.
I am a neutral journalist. I have no time for either the washing machine or the cash machine.
Yes, so
Madam, I have no time for either your washing machine or their cash machine. I speak for the citizens of this country. Get that right today. I speak for the citizens who are sick and tired of corruption, and each of you blaming in the other. Don't tell me you are doodh se dhuli hui your party. All of you are stinking in that corruption at the moment. That's the truth.
Okay, now I'm very...
You're using cash for politics.
Now please stop.
So don't blame me for being neutral. I asked him the questions. I will ask you the question.
I'm answering. You did not heckle him even once.
No, because you are making personal charges. I am tired of these personal charges.
Yes, so now let me finish.
Yes.
Let me finish. You raised an important point. I will, agree to your charge of BJP is a washing machine the day you post a single tweet saying that yes, there should be a thorough probe into Rahul Gandhi facing charges in the
they should. There's an inquiry going on. Please arrest them. Please arrest them. I'm saying, I'm going further. I'm saying arrest Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi if they have committed corruption. Please arrest them, madam. आप अरेस्ट करिए ना, आप अरेस्ट करिए उनको. तुम्हारी सरकार है, अरेस्ट करिए.
आपसे एक सवाल, सिर्फ एक सवाल, बड़ी विनम्रता से आपसे एक सवाल. आपके फेवरेट पी चिदम्बरम कहते हैं, I am a poor farmer who grew 7 crore worth of cauliflower and cabbages on my balcony. राजदीप सरदेसाई के मुंह में फेविकॉल जम जाता है.
नहीं, please arrest them all. Madam, सरकार आपकी है. Anyway, I producer, I have to go to Jaiprakash Narayan because I've heard both sides. Neither of them, both of them in their own way live in denial. Sanju Verma says we are not a washing machine. And Madhu Yaksha Gaud, just a minute, Mr. Gaud. You are also not willing to accept that your MP has been caught with 350 crores in cash and you are not willing to act against him. I want to ask you, Jaiprakash Narayan. I speak for the citizens. Just please lower the volume of both the politicians. Jaiprakash Narayan, you know, we've just seen an election in Telangana. I was there. I was told amounts that was staggering. That average 30-35 crores were being spent per constituency. You tell me, Jaiprakash Narayan, I mean, both these major parties come on my show and claim that, you know, being holier than thou. What is the reality? And is there a solution?
Rajdeep, let us raise the issue about polemics. Atal Bihari Vajpayee as Prime Minister repeatedly stated in the House, in the Parliament, that all of us are starting our political careers with a lie. Signing an affidavit that we spent within the expenditure ceiling prescribed by the law. Repeatedly he said that. So if we forget the political attacks on each other, there is a deep crisis, particularly, you said Telangana quite rightly. Southern states are the worst, minus Kerala. Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. Madhu knows very well. Only thing is, it's very difficult to admit publicly when there is a deeper crisis. It's not about this party or that party. You are right. 25 to 30 to 40 crores is a pretty normal expenditure in assembly constituency for a major party candidate in these states. Even Northeast and Jammu and Kashmir expenditure is mounting.
No, but why? But Jaiprakash, may I ask you, why is there no fear? You see, if you and I had cash in our houses of this, even of a few lakhs, we would be worried. Here, there seems to be a willingness to brazen it out. Either it means there's no fear of the law, or they are protected by the law.
One is Rajdeep, desperation. Elections, you have to somehow win. No matter what consequences, you have to raise money and spend it, and all of it illegitimate because only a part of the expenditure is legitimate. You're talking about 30-40 crores, no more than 2 or 3 crores, even if it is illegal technically because you exceeded the ceiling, at least that's legitimate expenditure for campaigning. Most expenditure is for bribing the voters. If you don't distribute money across the whole spectrum in a first-past-the-post system, the parties feel that they have no chance. It does not mean that by spending money, distributing money, you get elected. That means you have an entrance fee. You are considered a serious candidate.
No,
if you don't spend money, you have no realistic chance.
I'm asking you, why is it that there is no fear of the law? That a Dheeraj Sahu can believe that he can store 350 crores of cash, no one will do anything about it.
As I said, A, desperation. B, everybody knows it's a game played by all the parties. And increasingly, the party in power is denying the access to cash to the party in opposition. In some states, that's happening. But they have also figured out mechanisms how to overcome this. For instance, now in Telangana, I understand tokens were distributed. Even before the election was notified in some constituencies, large quantities of in-kind things like pressure cookers, etc., in the names of individual voters with all Aadhaar cards, etc., with receipts, they were all, orders were given, they were all ready and they were distributed. So unless you figure out a way of addressing through electoral system change, merely by regulation and enforcement, if you think you can stop it, I think we've gone too far beyond that.
So you believe
elections
are the root of it? Are you telling me elections are the root of it?
Happens. Or you must switch over to an electoral system like proportionality model with certain changes required to suit Indian conditions, so that the incentive for the candidates and the parties to bribe the voters disappears. Because in that case, the vote share will determine the seats, not winning one more vote in a constituency.
Okay.
It's a systemic problem.
So you're saying the problem is systemic, you have to tackle it. But Madhu Yaksha Gaud, Systems may take long time to change. If the Congress party, if Rahul Gandhi claims he wants clean politics, why does he not in some form take a strong stand on Mr. Sahu? The fact is he's a 3-time Rajya Sabha MP, and I'll tell you what the buzz is. The buzz is he was made an MP the 3rd time because he paid off someone in your Congress party. Your Congress party today is branded in many states as an ATM. This is the problem, that all these leaders are ATMs for your central leaders. How do you respond? Unless you act against them, suspicion is, dal mein bahut kuch kala hai tumhara.
Can I quickly make
No,
a
madam,
comment?
let him answer, then I'll come to you. He has to answer
Rajdeep,
today. Don't worry,
Rajdeep,
don't be impatient.
Rajdeep. Yeah, quick. First, yes. Rajdeep, first, quickly, I agree with Ms. Jayaprakash Narayan that you need an electoral reforms. And second, my answer to your question is not linked to, neither is in the government, nor is linked with any government act of making that money. If an individual in a party MP is making that money or made that money, and if he caught, he is liable to get punished. Were you asking, linking to the party here? So was he in the part of the government? Was Congress parties made him or made him to facilitate
the fact is you will not be able to point a finger at the BJP. They will point 4 fingers at you.
Departments are there. Well, any individual committed a crime, be it in a BJP, Congress are liable to be punished. Who will punish? It's the government. It's the government and the departments. Who's in the government? Why Modi is not, he's the Prime Minister of the country, instead of taking action on any individual committed a crime, he's just quoting a Netflix serial. Is he Prime Minister or is just a spokesperson of the party? He's the Prime Minister of the country.
You made
and
your
entire
point.
Departments is under control. Who's stopping him to take an action? Be it in a Sahu or any other person.
You made your point, sir. I'm asking Sanju Verma 30 seconds. Just simple question. Can you tell me if the ED and IT will also initiate raids of this kind in any BJP-ruled state against any BJP leader? Or are you saying every BJP leader is above this election, they are doing clean politics and everyone else does the cash politics? Is that what you're going to tell me on this show today and expect our viewers to believe it?
Rajdeep Sardesai, you come to me at the end, you ask me a lengthy question, now give me those 30 seconds that you promised. I will tell you this. आपने पूछा क्या मेरी पार्टी और मैं दूध की धुली हूं? जी हाँ, मैं दूध की धुली हूं। क्या मेरी पार्टी राजा हरिश्चंद्र का अवतार है? जी हाँ, राजा हरिश्चंद्र का अवतार है कांग्रेस के मुकाबले, because Congress is a con job, and I'll tell you the difference. Virupakshappa is still facing trial. But tell me honestly, Rajdeep, now why are you not stopping this man from heckling me? Can I please make my point?
Yeah, finish.
Thank you. Look at the audacity of Jairam Ramesh. He says, हमारा धीरज साहू के साथ कोई लेना देना ही नहीं है. धीरज साहू is not only a 3-time Rajya Sabha MP. His brother Gopal Sahu contested Lok Sabha 2019 on a Congress ticket. His first cousin Rajeshwar Sahu contested 2019 elections on a Congress ticket. His own brother Shiv Prakash Sahu has been a Congress MP. जब धीरज साहू के घर से कैश बरामद होता है, जयराम रमेश, राहुल गांधी, प्रियंका वाड्रा, the likes of Rajdeep Sardesai, सबके मुंह में
No, this is where I draw the line.
You are finally a
I don't, मेरे मुंह पे कभी फेविकॉल नहीं रहता, madam. I want to tell all of you politicians today, madam, I want to tell all you politicians very clearly, do not identify me with your politics. I am not interested in your Congress BJP politics. I think sadly of a country where 351 crores, producer put the voice down, 351 crores of cash is being found in a country where millions still live on the margins or below poverty line. That's the disappointment. And instead of holier than thou statements made by various government ministers, it's time that they acted against all, each and every one of them. No washing machine, no cash machine. That's what we want. That's when we will believe that the system is actually working in the interest of the common, honest citizen, tax-paying citizen of this country. And I want each and every one of you there, viewers, to think about that. Let's take a break. When we return, we'll turn to someone who brings a smile on our face. Mohammad Shami, all set to become an Arjuna awardee. He spoke to us at Aaj Tak Agenda. We'll tell you what he said. Back in a moment.
पीकर सदन के अंदर उतर गए और हाथ में कुछ थी, उसे भारी भड़कम मतलब गैस निकलते थे और थोड़ा मतलब सदन के अंदर हमारे सारे एमपी